Have you ever noticed something strange? Two people can invest in the exact same thing, same circle, same apartment project, same stock, same money market fund, same business idea, and yet 5 years later, one person is financially stable and growing wealth steadily, while the other is frustrated, stressed, and wondering why investing doesn't work. So what happened? Was the investment bad? Not necessarily, because one of the biggest financial misconceptions people have is this. They believe that a good investment automatically produces good results. But that's not true. And if you miss this lesson, you can spend the next 10 or 15 years putting money into good investments and still remaining financially stuck. So, in today's video, I want to talk about why good investments can still produce poor results, and more importantly, why context matters more than product quality. Because a good asset in the wrong place, inside the wrong strategy, at the wrong stage of life, or with the wrong financing structure can quietly damage your financial future. By the end of this video, you will understand why intelligent professionals often underperform financially despite investing consistently, why financial success is about structure, not random products, and how to evaluate whether an investment actually fits in your life and goals. This lesson alone can save you years of frustration and millions of shillings in poor allocation decisions. Hi, I'm Manyara Kirago. For over 20 years, I've helped thousands of professionals through financial coaching, corporate training, and real estate investment consulting. I have worked with employees and leaders from organizations such as Citibank, PwC, Unilever, BAT, and many others. And over the years, I've observed something very important. Most financial problems are not caused by lack of effort. They are caused by lack of strategic alignment. People buy investments without understanding whether those investments actually fit their financial reality. And by the way, if you need help building a structured financial strategy that fits your goals, income level, and stage of life, I'm available to support you through a one-on-one financial strategy session. The details are in the description below. And if you enjoy this kind of content, please subscribe, like this video, and share it with somebody who may benefit from it. And ring the bell icon so that you are notified each time I post a new video. Now let's jump into it. Let's first look at the big financial mistake. One of the most dangerous phrases in personal finance is this: this is a good investment. Because the question is not whether something is good. The real question is, good for who? Good for what objective? Good at what stage? Good under what conditions? Let me give you an example. Imagine two professionals. One is 38 years old, with a stable career, strong income, and having no major debt, with a long investment horizon, high ability to tolerate temporary fluctuations. The second professional is 57 years old, retiring in 5 years, has school fees obligations, needs stable monthly cash flow, cannot afford major losses. Now, imagine both of them invest heavily in speculative land far outside Nairobi. Is land a bad investment? Not necessarily, but for the second person, it may be completely inappropriate. Why? Because the investment may grow in value eventually, but it produces no cash flow today. And timing matters, context matters, liquidity matters, and life stage matters. This is why many people own valuable assets but still struggle financially every month. They are asset rich but cash flow poor. Let me take this further. A good investment can fail simply because of location. I've seen people buy beautiful apartments in the wrong area. Poor tenant demand, oversupply, weak infrastructure, low rental yields. The apartment itself was fine, but the economic environment around it was weak. And this is something many professionals misunderstand. They focus on the product instead of the ecosystem around the product. In real estate especially, context is everything. Employment growth, road infrastructure, population movement, tenant demand, accessibility, security, competing supply, all these matter more than whether the building looks nice. A mediocre property in a strong area can far outperform a beautiful property in a weak area. This is why I keep telling people, do not buy investments emotionally. Buy strategically. In Kenya, many professionals buy off-plan apartments because the marketing is attractive. Nice brochures, beautiful renders, show houses, swimming pools, a gym, a rooftop deck, but nobody asks the important question: will this property produce strong cash flow relative to the purchase price? And very often the answer is no. Why? Because many off-plan apartments are sold at retail prices, too expensive relative to rental income. So even though the apartment is good, the rental returns are poor. This is one of the reasons I often prefer existing multifamily apartment buildings bought from motivated sellers, because context matters more than appearance. Cash flow matters more than excitement. Now, let me say something important. Money market funds are good. SACCOs are good. Government bonds are good. Insurance can be useful. Stocks can be useful. Real estate can be useful. But none of these automatically create wealth. The product itself is not the strategy. And this is where many people get stuck. They collect products without building a coherent financial system. They have a SACCO loan, 2 plots, 3 insurance policies, shares somewhere, an apartment under construction, a side business losing money, but no unified direction, no sequencing, no strategic clarity, no intentional structure. And as I always say, financial success is not built by accumulation alone. It is built by alignment. This problem is actually worse among high-income professionals, because high income creates the illusion that every investment decision is recoverable. So people become less disciplined. They chase opportunities emotionally, and eventually they become financially scattered. One property here, another investment there, a business partnership somewhere else. No structure, no central strategy, no clarity about the actual destination. And this is how someone earning 700,000 shillings per month can still feel financially insecure, because income does not compensate for poor allocation. Here is a very important principle. The right investment depends on the job that investment is supposed to perform. For example, if your goal is emergency liquidity, then speculative land is probably a poor fit. If your goal is retirement cash flow, then highly volatile trading strategies may be totally inappropriate. If your goal is long-term wealth preservation, then excessive leverage may create unnecessary risk. Every investment must match its purpose. And this is where financial maturity begins. Not asking, what is the best investment, but asking, what investment best supports my objective? This is a completely different question. Another dangerous thing people do is financial copying. Your friend buys land, you buy land. Your colleague starts an Airbnb, you start an Airbnb. Your cousin buys crypto, you buy crypto. But you're not living the same life. You have different income, different obligations, different temperaments, different goals, different timelines, and this is why copying financial decisions is extremely dangerous. An investment that works beautifully for one person can become a disaster for another, not because the investment has changed, but because the context changed. Let me tell you the better questions to ask. Before you invest in anything, here are some of the questions I believe you should ask. What problem is this investment solving? Cash flow? Growth? Retirement? Education? Wealth preservation? Please be specific. Number 2, does this investment fit in my current life stage? A 30-year-old professional and a 65-year-old retiree should not necessarily invest in the same thing. What are the downsides? Most people only ask, how much can I make? Very few ask, what happens if things go wrong? This is dangerous. Number 4, is this investment aligned with my overall financial structure, or is it just random accumulation? Number 5, will this investment improve my long-term freedom, or just create more complexity? That question alone changes everything. And this may surprise some people. The real goal is not investing. The real goal is freedom, peace of mind, stability, cash flow, options, control over your time. Investments are simply tools. And a tool is only useful when used correctly. Even a very good tool can produce terrible results in the wrong hands. One of the reasons I became deeply interested in this subject is because I saw the power of strategic investing very early in life through my father's experience in rental real estate. What changed his life was not simply buying property. It was buying the right kind of property with the right structure, at the right price, with the right financing context. That distinction matters enormously. Over the years, I've seen the same thing repeated with my clients. The people who succeed financially are not necessarily the smartest. They are the most structured. Let me ask you something. Have you ever invested in something that looked good on paper, but later realized it was wrong for your situation? Let me know in the comments below. I would genuinely love to hear your experience. So let's recap. A good investment does not automatically produce good results because context matters more than product quality. A good asset in the wrong place, at the wrong price, with the wrong financing, at the wrong life stage, or inside the wrong strategy can quietly hold you back for years. This is exactly why many professionals remain financially stuck despite investing. Not because they're lazy, not because they're unintelligent, but because they lack strategic alignment. Now, if you want help building a clear, personalized financial strategy that aligns your income, investments, goals, and long-term freedom, then I would encourage you to book a one-on-one strategy session with me. During that session, we will clarify your true financial position, identify hidden weaknesses in your current structure, and create a practical roadmap towards financial independence. The link to book is in the description below. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button, share it with a friend, and be sure to subscribe. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.